Let me ask you something. How long have you been doing what they told you to do? Go to school, get a degree, get a job, save money, retire when you're too old to enjoy any of it. Sound familiar? I was the guy who followed the playbook, did everything right, and still ended up broke, stressed, and invisible. Until one day, something inside me snapped. No, it wasn't a Tony Robbins seminar. It was an overdraft notification. While I stood in line at a grocery store, trying to buy a $2 protein bar. Here's the first hidden habit that made me rich. I stopped lying to myself. I looked in the mirror and admitted it. No one's coming to save me. No job, no degree, no big break. If I wanted wealth, I'd have to build it. So I asked myself a question that flipped everything. If I died today, would I be proud of the life I'm building? That question birthed the habits. Habits that built the man that built the millions. Habit 1. Your time is the most valuable currency you have. And you're selling it for minimum wage. When I realized I'd never get rich on an hourly paycheck, I panicked. But that panic, it became power. I started small, selling digital products, affiliate links, low-ticket services. I reinvested everything, built funnels, built systems, built freedom. It wasn't sexy. I wasn't driving Lambos. I was selling PDFs in my mom's kitchen. But that's the game. Do what others won't now, so you can live how others can't later. Habit number 2. I designed my day like a millionaire. Average people wake up into their day. Millionaires design theirs. I stopped waking up to alarms and started waking up with purpose. My mornings became rituals, deep work, cold showers, intentional journaling. I engineered my energy. Here's a secret no one talks about. Your morning habits predict your income. Period. There's one journal prompt I wrote daily for 6 months that 10x'd my income. You'll get it in a minute. Habit number 3. I learned to say no like a billionaire. Your energy is your empire, and I was leaking mine everywhere. I started saying no to Netflix binges, small talk with broke friends, social invites that didn't serve my mission. Millionaires aren't busy, they're ruthless with time. How many hours do you waste every week just being available to everyone but yourself? Habit number 4. I unfollowed everyone who didn't inspire me. This one stings. I unfollowed 90% of my social media, friends, celebs, even some mentors. If they weren't living the life I wanted, I cut the cord. I curated my digital environment like a museum. Every scroll needed to sharpen me. And no offense, but if your feed is full of memes and gym mirror selfies, you're not on social media. You're on self-destruction. Habit number 5. I rewired my beliefs around money. Here's the truth most people never admit. You don't have a money problem. You have a mindset problem. I grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. Just be grateful you have a job. So I kept sabotaging every opportunity to grow. I had to replace every broke belief, one by one. And once the mindset shifted, the money followed. Fast. So there I was. No silver spoon, no millionaire mentor, no backup plan. Just a mind full of fire, and a bank account that looked like a sad joke. But then it started happening. The results started trickling in. A $27 sale, then $97, then a $1,200 client. And that's when I learned a millionaire truth most people never understand. Success isn't built in quantum leaps. It's built in daily decisions, stacked in silence. Habit number 6. I committed to boring consistency. Everyone wants to get rich fast, but here's the plot twist. The path to wealth is boring as hell. I woke up every day and did the same things, created content, built systems, optimized offers, sent cold emails, repeated until results showed up. At one point, I had so many copy-pasted DMs I could have been arrested for spamming the universe. But I wasn't chasing excitement, I was chasing freedom. And one of those DMs, it led to a client who changed my entire financial life. I'll break that story open in a moment. Habit number 7. I focused on skill, not status. When I stopped trying to look successful and focused on getting stupidly good at a valuable skill, that's when everything changed. I chose skills that compound: copywriting, sales, content creation, branding. I gave myself permission to be bad because I knew I'd get good. And when I got good, the world paid attention. Would you rather have 100K followers or 10 clients paying you $3K a month? Pick wisely. One feeds your ego, the other feeds your freedom. Habit number 8. I started monetizing my mind. Here's a harsh truth. If you're not monetizing your mind, someone else is monetizing it for you. I started taking what I knew, my story, my knowledge, my process, and turning it into mini courses, PDF guides, coaching offers, digital downloads. Suddenly, my ideas were working for me 24/7. My brain became an asset. And that's when I realized I was making more money from Google Docs than I ever made in any 9-to-5. And wait till I show you the 7-slide presentation that brought in $18,000 in 4 days. Habit number 9. I raised my prices, then raised my standards. In the beginning, I was terrified to charge money. I underpriced myself into stress and resentment. Then I made a decision. I'd rather have 3 high-paying clients who respected me than 30 low-ticket headaches who drained me. Millionaires don't compete on price. They compete on value, and they only work with people who align with their vision. As my prices went up, so did my standards, my circle, my energy, my results. Would you hire you for $5,000? If the answer is no, don't lower the price. Raise the value. Habit 10. I protected my confidence like royalty. The world tries to crush your confidence every day. Scrolling, doubting, comparing, procrastinating. So I built walls. No negativity allowed. I flooded my mind with winning content, affirmations, evidence of progress, daily momentum rituals. Confidence is the fuel of execution. No confidence equals no action equals no wealth. Now I had the systems, the skills, the mindset, but there was still one final evolution. How do you turn success into an empire? Let me tell you something most millionaires will never admit out loud. Getting rich is hard, but staying rich, that's where 99% of people blow it. They get one win and then get lazy. One product that sells and they stop innovating. One viral video and they think they've made it. I didn't want a moment, I wanted a movement. This final act is about how I scaled my results, how I transformed short-term income into long-term empire. Habit 11. I started thinking in decades, not days. Once I hit my first 100K, I did something weird. I stopped chasing fast money and started thinking like an investor. Every decision had to answer one question. Will this still make sense in 10 years? I restructured everything. Content became evergreen. Businesses became scalable. Money went into long-term assets. I went from get rich quick to get rich forever. And my bank account started aging like fine wine. But thinking long-term isn't just financial. It's emotional warfare. You'll see what I mean in a second. Habit 12. I built a brand around my belief. Money got me freedom. Brand got me influence. When people trust your name, you stop chasing and start attracting. I built my personal brand like an empire. Core message, clear. Content, consistent. Visuals, premium. Voice, authority. I didn't just want to sell. I wanted to lead. What does your name mean to the world? A follower or a force? Habit number 13. I automated my wealth. Here's a truth you don't hear on Instagram. Millionaires are control freaks at first, but the real ones, they automate like emperors. I documented every process, my content systems, my client onboarding, my cash flow and investments. Habit number 14. I designed my days like a billionaire. Money without time is just golden handcuffs. I studied how billionaires move. And you know what I found? They don't chase tasks. They protect their energy. They control their calendar like a fortress. They own the morning. They own their attention. And they don't say yes just to be polite. They say yes only when it builds the empire. You want to build wealth? Start here. Audit your time like it's gold, because it is. Habit. 15. I built systems that work while I sleep. If you're still trading hours for dollars, you're playing the wrong game. I started asking a dangerous question. How do I make money without being there? And that question changed everything. I built automations, invested in digital real estate, created income systems with no clock in, no boss, and no burnout. Every system I built gave me back time, and every minute I got back was reinvested in my freedom. Habit 16. I became impossible to cancel. Platforms change, algorithms die, but brands outlive storms. I stopped depending on platforms I didn't own. Instagram could vanish, YouTube could shadow ban, so I built assets that no one could take away. An email list, a loyal tribe, a message that made noise even in silence. The game isn't to go viral, the game is to go undeniable. If they deleted your social media tomorrow, would you still make money next week? Real power is when you can't be erased. Habit 17. I focused on impact over income. At some point, the money didn't matter as much. What mattered? Legacy. How many people did I help change? How many dreams did I ignite? How many empires did I spark? Simply because I chose to master mine. That's the real millionaire habit. Live so loud that others find their voice. You were never broke. You were just early in your story. If you watch this far, it means one thing. You're not here to live average. You're here to build a life that demands attention. You don't need more time. You need more intention. The hidden habits of millionaires, they were never really hidden. They were just ignored. So now it's your move. Pause this, look in the mirror, and ask yourself, did I just get entertained or changed?